So this is just going to be a quick overview of polygons. So firstly, a polygon is a flat 2D shape which has three or more straight sides. Okay, so from junior school you should be familiar with the names of different polygons. So 3 sides a triangle, 4 sides a quadrilateral, right up 8 sides an octagon, etc., etc. So those should be words and sizes and names of shapes that you should be familiar with, certainly by this stage. That can come up in GCSE questions. They can describe a shape and use the name of the shape, and you must be able to work out how many sides it has in order to answer the rest of the question. So a couple of things just before we start, looking at a formula or two and looking at the method for answering some of these questions. So these rules apply for all polygons. Okay, so firstly, for all polygons, the following is true, and then we'll look at something called regular polygons. So say you have a polygon. Okay, doesn't matter how many sides it has, doesn't matter if it's regular or not. And for all polygons, then this is true. So the angle inside here, okay, is the interior angle. So I would just call that I, the interior angle. Now the exterior angle, okay, some people think the exterior angle is this. Okay, that is not true. That is not the exterior angle. In fact, the exterior angle is the angle that it makes with the horizontal. Okay, so that there is the exterior angle. Now, if the interior angle and the exterior angle are as shown, the first rule, okay, that you should be able to see for all polygons is that if you add the interior and the exterior angle together, then that is equal to 180 degrees, because by this stage you already know that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so that's the first thing. The other thing that you need to know, and you will need to use quite often, is that the sum of the exterior angle, okay, so sum of all the exterior angle is equal to 360 degrees. So in any shape, in any polygon, if you add up all the exterior angles, that will give you 360 degrees no matter what it is. Now the other thing that we need to know is the sum of the interior angles. Okay, now that's not going to be the same. We're going to have to work that out or think about what that is for each of them. So to show you how you might do this visually and how you might do this using the drawing of the shape, if you take any point, okay, and just start at that point, and if you go from that vertex, so that corner, to every other vertex, okay, then you should see what you have made is you have made 4 triangles. Okay, so if we think about this shape, in this shape you've got 6 sides. Okay, and if you've got 6 sides and you join one vertex to every other vertex, you will see that you end up with 4 triangles. Okay, now if you think of each triangle in there adding up to 180 degrees, so you're going to have 180 in here, 180 in here, 180 in here, and 180 in here. If that is the case, then the total angle here is going to be 4 multiplied by 180. Okay, and if you do 4 multiplied by 180, that gives you 720 degrees. Now, let's think about the process here. So we've got a shape and it's got 6 sides. Okay, that means it leads to 4 triangles, and then we do that number of triangles times 180. So you can just learn this as the sum of the interior angles is the number of triangles multiplied by 180, or you should notice the relationship between the number of sides and the number of triangles, and if you do this for enough polygons, then you'll notice every time you're going to take away 2. So actually you can say the sum of the interior angles is 180 multiplied by n minus 2, and n is the number of sides that a polygon has. So that is for all polygons. Okay, so no matter what the polygon is, that's going to be the case, that the interior plus the exterior is 180, the sum of the exterior angles is 360, the sum of the interior angles is 180 upon n minus 2. Now, the other thing then that we're going to consider is something called a regular polygon. Okay, so these are polygons where the sides are of equal length and the angles are of equal length. Okay, so it's really important that both of those are true. So sides and angles are of equal length. Okay, so an equilateral triangle, a square, a regular pentagon, a regular hexagon, etc., etc. Okay, now in this case, if we know that the sum of the exterior angles is equal to 360, and we know in any polygon that is regular there's going to be n of those that are the same, then actually we can say the exterior angle is going to be 360 divided by n. So it's the total of the exterior angles divided by the number of sides. That also means that the number of sides is equal to 360 divided by the exterior angle. Okay. Now, if you were then asked to get the interior angle, you would simply just do 360 divided by the number of sides. That would get you the exterior angle, and then you would take away that from 180 in order to get the interior angle. But generally speaking, these two rules here, that the exterior angle is 360 divided by n and the number of sides is 360 divided by e, if you use those two rules within a regular polygon combined with the rules about any polygon, you should be able to find almost any angle that you're asked for in a question. So I haven't done any questions there, we haven't worked anything out. That's just a quick overview of what polygons look like and some of the rules that we need to think about when it comes to every polygon that there is, and then also some special rules about regular polygons. In the next one we will have a look at what do we do when we get some particular questions, and where do we go with that.